Hello Virgo, my name is Jason. And this is your mid-March general tarot reading 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, questions at the forefront of your mind, and for the period roughly the second half of March. If it's not resonating, or even if it is resonating, please go and have a look at my readings for your rising sign and moon signs. I'm pretty sure one of those will hit the nail fairly squarely on the head for you. But for now, Virgo, you go into the second half of the month with the Ace of Pentacles. What a fantastic way to start. So there's obviously some new beginning you're expecting, and it's like a long-term thing. When I see the Pentacles, I see material things. So perhaps it's a new job or a new project that you've got working on, and you're seeing that there is long-term potential in this, and it perhaps has just come out of nowhere, just like here, like this pentacle has just been presented from the universe. So things have aligned properly, and opportunity has just come along, and it's up to you to just take it. And you're feeling pretty good about this, because have a look in the background there. You'll see that archway. Now, the archway is generally in tarot a sign of fulfillment and happiness. So what a great way to start. But we'll see how that goes. But fantastic way to start the reading, Virgo. Your challenge for the second half of March. You have the Tower card. Okay, so the Tower talks about things collapsing, or perhaps you've seen something coming, the end of something, and you haven't really taken action to end it. So there's been lots of red flags, perhaps one thing after another, and you're still hanging on to this perhaps toxic situation, or a situation which has not been good for you at least. And the universe has come along to say, listen, really, it is time now. And because it's in the challenge position, you're being asked not to fight this. Okay, so the Tower's coming, and it can both be a challenge, yes, at the Tower moment when things collapse. Yes, it is a challenge, but you're being asked to embrace this, let it happen for things to come in. If you fight the Tower, then you don't let things happen as they should and as the universe is telling you they are, then you run the risk of, or you will repeat the cycle again and again, and you'll be stuck in this really perhaps toxic and unfulfilling environment here, something which just keeps niggling away at you, stealing bits of your soul. So that's what it's looking like there. So you've got a new start coming with the Ace of Pentacles. Let this Tower moment happen, whatever it is, whether it's a relationship or a job that has to go, or perhaps something within your job which has to go. Okay. In the hopes and fears position, okay, you have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles talks about teamwork. It talks about cooperation, and sometimes when I see this card, I see that this person standing up on the bench here, he seems to be preaching somehow. Perhaps he's in a position of authority, or pretending to be in a position of authority, but to get there, he needs to stand on the stool. He doesn't have his own power, so he's sort of rising above that by standing on a stool. But I'm thinking that this person may not have much to say or much to contribute. If you have a look at his cup that he's holding, that seems to be empty. And these two people with the plans down the bottom, they're sort of asking themselves, well, do we really have faith in this person to carry out our plans? See the plans in their hand there. It could be like a building project perhaps, but whichever, I'm just getting the idea that you might be fearing that the person you might be engaging for this task, or whatever it is, or perhaps a member of the group is not contributing or doesn't have what it takes to bring this to fruition, whatever it is. So perhaps there's a leader in your environment, and they probably shouldn't be there, and they're almost thwarting your plans somehow. So they talk a lot but don't really accomplish a lot. We'll clear this up and see. In your best attitude position, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, because it's in your best attitude position, is encouraging you to just hang on to your money for a little while. See what this guy's doing here. He's stomping down on his feet on those pentacles. He's got another one close to his chest, another one sitting on his head. So perhaps he's feeling quite abundant at the moment, but he's not willing to just spend his money or invest in something that he doesn't quite feel sure about. And so if you're not totally confident that this other person in the Three of Pentacles here can deliver, then perhaps you're being asked here to just wait and see. Hang on to your money for a little bit longer, even if you have to turn your back on the city or on the people. If you have a look, this Four of Pentacles person in this card, he's turned his back on the city. He's got all his money and he's hanging on to it, even though he may be sort of separating or isolating himself from the mainstream somehow. So that could be something to consider there. You might just need to hold off on something, even though everyone else around you might be saying, well, come on. If you've got your doubts, follow your intuition, I'm thinking. Okay. Now, in your outcome position, you have the Star card. Okay, so the Star is a card of hope, a card of optimism, feeling that things are going to go the right way. So if you've listened to yourself, you've used the energies as they might be used to your advantage, at the end of this period, this project or whatever it is, you're going to be feeling quite hopeful and abundant. Even though the Star is not a practical card per se, it offers you that feeling that you have enough to give. So I'm thinking this is a matter of timing here. So while you're being asked to hang on for a little while, the result will be that you will be able to prosper here. Look at this abundance of hope and spirituality and emotion. This lady here under the stars, she's got so much hope that she can give back to others. Okay, so it's looking like you will be able to have this feeling of generosity eventually, which is a nice place to be in. Okay, so the Star is a card of hope, and it's a card of spreading the cheer, spreading the goodwill. Now, we'll clarify a couple of these and see if we can narrow down what is this Ace of Pentacles about. What a beautiful way to start the month, or the second half of the month, this period. So we could be talking about something which has happened just in the past few days, perhaps, or something which is happening sort of right now. It could also be just a mood or a feeling that you have that you've broken away from something and now you can see a new beginning, a new long-term beginning. Again, it's a pentacle, so it could be about work and career, but it could also be about relationship which has a firm foundation, which is going somewhere. When I think of the pentacles, I think of long-term and stability, and you can count on it. It's reliable, probably more than, say, a fire energy or a wand energy, which might be just passing through and it's all exciting, but there's not really a long-term prospect there for you. So why is the Ace of Pentacles here for Virgo for mid-March 2019? There you go, and you have Ten of Cups. Yes, okay, so the Ten of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment. Look at this family in the card here, very happy, the couple's happy, that archway that I was talking about, the happiness there, the children are happy, the house is in the background, so they're heading towards something perhaps, they can see that. So some emotional fulfillment happening here, and this is so there's a new start and you're feeling that this is going to provide you emotional fulfillment. So perhaps this is a love matter we're talking about here. But let's have a look at why the Tower card is here. Remember, the Tower card is in the challenge position, so you don't have to let this happen, and it might be difficult. Of course, letting old ways go, the traditional or accepted ways, letting them go can be very difficult, even though they can be quite painful to live in the situation. We'll have a look here, find out why is the Tower card here. Please clarify the Tower card for Virgo for mid-March. Okay, you have the Hierophant. Yes, okay, so I talked about letting the conservative old values go. So it's looking like this is the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant represents institutions, rules, procedures, schools, hospitals, places with lots of processes and perhaps traditions, and they can be very slow moving as far as progression goes. So because that's clarifying the Tower card, as I said, there's going to be a traditional way. You're going to have to let that go and just accept it, that it's no longer your thing, whatever this was. Okay, so you're being asked to just relinquish this tight-fistedness I'm feeling, on this control, okay, which these institutions seem to have. Relinquish that sense of control, or that want of control, and things will start flowing for you, just like in this Star card in your outcome. See the flow happening there. All right, so what is this Three of Pentacles? Why is the Three of Pentacles here? It's in the hopes and fears position. So the hopes and fears are not necessarily the real world. They are something that you might be concerned about. Okay, things which you want to happen, or things which you're a bit worried about. Okay, so every card has its positives and negatives. So the positives, you're saying, oh look, these people are making plans and they're all working together, whatever project it is. But on the negative side, there could be someone here saying, well, they're not putting in their bit, or perhaps someone's trying to assert their authority, but they don't really have any real performance to back it up somehow. Let's have a look. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? Why is the Three of Pentacles here for Virgo for mid-March? Okay, and you have the Hermit. So this is your card, Virgo. This is a card of looking inside yourself, examining perhaps some of the darker things about yourself, your shadow side, things that you're not really happy about, and you know you need to confront them. So you look at this Hermit here. He's shining the light on himself, is what he's doing. He's looking within himself and confronting those dark places, those dark things. And when we do that and we name it and release it to spirit, the universe, we come out a better person, because we have more of an understanding about ourselves and our strengths and our limitations. And because that is in the teamwork, it's clarifying the teamwork card. Perhaps if you're worried about some kind of incompetence in the team, you're being asked here, don't worry about that so much. Just look within yourself and ask yourself, well, why are you feeling this way? Why are you fearing this? Okay, so I've got that feeling, he who is without sin cast the first stone. Virgo, you're always happy to examine yourself and take responsibility for things, but sometimes you do it too easily and you take too much responsibility and ownership of things which are really you can only do what you can do. There are other people who have their parts to play as well. So it could be a card of just holding back, and because it's like holding back, wait for this to pass. If you're not feeling right about investing here, then the meditation you have in this Hermit mode will give you the answer for that. Okay, so there's obviously something about the teamwork here that you're not really sure about, and you're being asked here to just meditate on that. The answer will come to you as to what is the real problem here. Is it really someone else's leadership, or is there some ego involved here where there's a stick in the mud somewhere, but is it the way you're looking at things? You'll know what that means if that's for you. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles here, you're being asked to wait because it's in the best attitude position. You're being asked to hang back. Don't invest too heavily at the moment if you can. I mean, sometimes sometimes speed is of the essence. Okay, sometimes you really need to just get things moving, even though you might be going against your grain, and we all work within systems that we have to follow. Most of us work within systems we have to follow. We all have some kind of responsibility that we need to show to ourselves or others, and we might not have the option of just holding back, because when we hold back, sometimes it's a matter of timing. If we hold back too long or for the wrong reasons, then we restrict the flow of this energy of the pentacles. And pentacles and money have an energy of their own, and that needs to flow as well. Let's have a look at why is the Four of Pentacles here. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for Virgo? Three of Pentacles again. Okay, so again, it's something about this teamwork that's not sitting right with you. So you're in a team environment, or you're required to work in a team environment, and it's just something that's not sitting right with you. The communication's not flowing, and so you're starting to feel like you have to clam up because other people aren't giving. Then you're feeling perhaps as you don't want to give to something, or a relationship, whether it's work or a person that's not giving back to you. Okay, and so you want this teamwork to flow, but it's just not. There's a doubt there for you. Okay, so I'm feeling just hang on if you can. Just wait a little while for whatever this is. You'll know what this is. You know, there's a couple of things that need to fall into place for you. Okay, but the outcome is the Star card. You have this, so things are going to be looking really good. Whenever this Tower moment happens here, whatever this is, whether you walk away from your job, or you finally break the ice with somebody, or tell someone what you think, it's going to free up a lot of things. Okay, so you might have to talk out of turn to make yourself heard about something. And when you do it, you're going to feel really good about it. Okay, and let's have a look. Why is the Star card here? Why is the Star card here in the outcome position for Virgo, the second half of March? Okay, the Knight of Rods. The Knight of Rods is like it's a fiery kind of energy. It's enthusiastic. There's a bit of charisma there. Okay, so you're going to be feeling like this. Okay, you're going to be feeling full of beans, ready to go out on another mission. And you're going to be feeling, so this hope, whatever it is, the situation is going to allow you. When I think of the Knight of Rods, I think of a person who likes to keep moving, to get things rolling, to fire things up somehow. Okay, so perhaps you've recently discovered a cause that you want to fight for. Okay, whatever it is, it's about the message I'm getting here, Virgo. Speak your mind. Let this Tower moment happen, even if you have to sort of clash with the Hierophant, the powers that be. At the end of it, you're going to be feeling really good. You're going to be feeling like this ragged, smiling adventurer in the Knight of Wands. That's what I got for you, Virgo. Please let me know if this has resonated for you, and of course, please like and subscribe to my channel and share. Please tell your friends if you've got a Virgo friend who might be going through this, and please let me know how it's all going. Thank you. I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.